Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into the potential impact of Donald Trump winning a second term as President of the United States on Europe. So let's get into it, shall we? Trump's relationship with NATO could best be described as openly hostile. He's called it obsolete and complained about allies not paying their fair share. A second Trump term could see further reductions in U.S. troop presence in Europe, leaving the continent feeling vulnerable. Building up a European defense force takes time, money, and coordination, especially with 27 different countries involved. In short, a second Trump term could leave NATO weakened and divided, which is exactly what Vladimir Putin wants. Trump's foreign policy can be summed up as loud, impulsive, and likely to backfire. His approach has often been characterized by a series of unpredictable moves that have left both allies and adversaries guessing. He's cozied up to dictators while alienating longtime allies, creating a sense of unease among traditional partners. This has led to a significant shift in global dynamics, leaving the global order shaky. The absence of a consistent U.S. presence in international forums has created a vacuum, leading to increased instability and uncertainty. For Europe, this means navigating a world where the U.S. is no longer a reliable partner. European leaders now face the challenge of maintaining unity and stability without the traditional support of the U.S. This America First approach has also led to increased trade tensions, with tariffs being imposed on a variety of goods. These economic policies have strained relationships and disrupted global trade, with Trump slapping tariffs on European goods. The impact of these tariffs has been felt across various industries, leading to higher costs and economic uncertainty. A second Trump term could see the transatlantic relationship fray further, potentially leading to a complete breakdown in cooperation. The long-standing alliance between the U.S. and Europe is at risk, leaving Europe to grapple with an increasingly chaotic world on its own. Without the support of the U.S., Europe must find new ways to address global challenges and maintain its own security and prosperity. Remember that whole trade war thing? Well, it could get a whole lot worse. Trump sees tariffs as his go-to solution for everything. A second Trump administration could mean even more tariffs on European goods, from cars to cheese. Tariffs drive up prices, hurt businesses, and generally make life more difficult. Meanwhile, Europe is trying to reduce its reliance on the U.S. by diversifying its supply chains and forging new trade deals. Climate change. The Earth is heating up, and so is Trump's rhetoric. The signs are everywhere. Melting ice caps, unprecedented heat waves scorching cities, and wildfires ravaging forests. The planet is sending us clear signals that it is in distress. Despite these alarming signs, Trump has spent his presidency rolling back crucial environmental regulations. His administration has prioritized industrial growth over environmental protection, leading to increased emissions and deforestation. One of his most controversial actions was pulling the United States out of the Paris Agreement, a global pact aimed at combating climate change. This move has been widely criticized and has left the U.S. isolated on the global stage. This decision puts Europe in a tough spot as they try to lead the charge on climate action. European nations are investing heavily in renewable energy, but their efforts are undermined by the lack of cooperation from the U.S. It's hard to make significant progress when the world's second-largest polluter is not on board. The lack of U.S. participation hampers global efforts to reduce emissions and combat climate change. A second Trump term could be disastrous for the environment, both in the United States and globally. The stakes are high, and the world is watching closely as the future of our planet hangs in the balance. Populism's playground, Europe's internal struggles. Trump's brand of populism has proven to be quite contagious. Across Europe, right-wing populist movements have gained ground, exploiting anxieties about immigration and globalization. This rise of populism threatens the very fabric of liberal democracy in Europe. A second Trump term would likely embolden these populist forces, further destabilizing the region. The European Union. Can it survive another Trumpquake? This question looms large as the world watches the political landscape shift. The European Union has weathered its share of storms, from economic crises to political upheavals. But a second Trump presidency could be its biggest challenge yet, potentially shaking the very foundations of the Union. Trump has made no secret of his disdain for the EU, seeing it as a competitor to American power. His policies and rhetoric have often been at odds with the principles of European unity and cooperation. This animosity has strained US-EU relations, making it harder to cooperate on issues of mutual interest such as trade, climate change, and security. The diplomatic rift has only widened over time. A second Trump administration could further weaken the transatlantic alliance, undermining decades of partnership and collaboration. The implications for global stability are profound. With nationalism and populism on the rise within Europe itself, the future of the European project could be at stake. The EU must navigate these turbulent waters carefully to ensure its survival and continued relevance on the world stage. Thanks for watching. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights on global politics. So, there you have it. A glimpse into the potential impact of a second Trump term for Europe. It's not pretty, but at least we can take comfort in the fact that we're all in this together. Stay informed, stay engaged, and hope for the best.